What's up, guys? I'm LG/Can, your 2023 world champion. We are back-to-back world champions. It feels amazing. I'm currently recording this in Japan still. I'm out with the team. I'll be back home in a couple days, but Japan has been a lot of fun. I just really wanted to record and get this video out for all the fans. This year we were not the best. It's not like we won Worlds in 2022 and we came to 2023 like the strongest team, just dominating the whole year. We lost regionals to TTB. We didn't even qualify for a monthly final. So this year was not like we were the best team at all. In fact, we look like one of the weaker teams at Worlds, I think, to other teams. However, we worked on all our team issues, all our individual issues, and we managed to win again. Especially this year, the storyline was crazy, where we were the only team from NA and EU in top 8. So everyone ended up rooting for us, but that was a new feeling for us, and it really meant a lot. Even if there were fans from other teams that were rooting for us, like when we won Worlds in 2022, it didn't feel like anyone was rooting for us really. Like maybe like 0.01% of the people watching were rooting for us, and we still won, but that kind of stuff is just, it takes a toll on you. Like in regionals, it felt like the whole crowd was rooting against us when we were facing TTV, and that really got to us in grand finals. Even like Overlord was like, this does not feel good. Like every time we make a good play, like everyone's silent, and it just felt like even after we won Worlds, the whole world was against us the whole year, which I know is not true. I know there's a lot of fans that have been rooting from us from day one, and that really means a lot to us, like a lot. We love you guys, and even all the new supporters that are coming in now, it really means a lot, because we wouldn't be anything without the fans. So I just wanted to record this quick intro for you guys before we get into the highlights. It's just gonna be like the best plays at Worlds of us and how we won Worlds. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I plan to win Pokemon Unite Worlds at least 3 times in a row, and I'm gonna try for many more than that. We're just getting started. It's me, Trashcan.
On the first day of the World Championships, teams will be sorted into groups, then face off in round-robin matches. The best teams from each group will advance forward.
Luminosity Gaming going to be on that orange side. They're going to have 2 picks in a row, but second.
We need to find out who we are going to ban. Looks like it's going to be a Leafeon ban on the side of Luminosity.
Game number 1, SAUL Esports, your purple team. Luminosity, your orange team.
What I really appreciated, both these teams actually sent their support players along with their central area player to make sure we had no crazy invades. Of course, as soon as I say that, Umbreon goes down, K opener over to Luminosity. An auto attack from Slash after the big time surf.
And it looks like this Clefable could be a huge pickup for SAUL. If they can get a gravity to shut down some of this incredible stuff here from Overlord, that would be amazing. Of course, Overlord could also just eat you. I don't just eat you on up. Very, very popular in North America. We've got the North American sniper coming out right here, trying to pick up some KOs.
Well, they laced in a ton of damage on that Clefable, that's for sure. They are playing Gravity, as you called out. That would be a decent look here, especially in the face of Zorak. But you can see exactly what just happened there. Unite move comes out. They really wanted that KO. Solar Beam on top, and they're still not down. Finally, they get swiped by the Umbreon in the KO here. Comfy hops on top of Slasher. They're going to be able to gay out, snipe shot back the other way. All of a sudden, SAUL might have an opportunity here to basement. Raji Solar Beam comes through, and Snowy gets the KO. SAUL making it happen in the front of LG.
Yeah, great stuff from SAUL right here. They're pushing onto this bottom goal with their full team. We can see while this is happening, we have the War Turtle from the side of Luminosity in the central area of SAUL. But SAUL
quickly
this
caged.
push going.
That Gravity was perfect. Caged Overlord immediately and stomped them down with the muddy shoes, and now they're looking to break this goal zone. Hydro Typhoon repositions, but for a Clefable, Spraggles, SAUL makes it out. They're up on the scoreboard here. All Might gonna have the opportunity to pressure forward with that Lapras. Nice little surf. Moonlight comes out, keeps them topped off. Snowy's gonna look for an engage. They go to the back line and they collapse on top of Kyrios, and they get the KO instantly with the Lapras. Overlord forced to dart out, and guess who takes the objective? But SAUL, India, baby!
SAUL showing up today, and they need to right now. I mean, imagine if they were able to take down the champs here in this series. The points raining in, they are way ahead, and they have found ways to shut down this side of Luminosity. Like I said, it felt like every single pick from SAUL was a counter pick to Luminosity, and we're seeing it here in Game 1, as the Solar Beam also does from SAUL, and we're just going to see if either one of these teams really wants to push this fight up in the top path. Lapras does go down. That's All Might for the side of SAUL Esports. But there are two members of Luminosity top. Nice big Unite move as this Registeel is getting incredibly low and secured there by the Mew.
The Hydro Typhoon came through. That was a fly out of the Clefable, and then Crash Lane, and they're converting into KOs. Nice little surf to get them spacing. Where is the follow-up? I always say that. Where's the follow-up to Unite move out of Snowy, and the Mew seals it up. Bad shot saying, I'm bad, brah. Give me another KO. We moving out here.
All Might putting in 50 in the top path, and it looks like LG wants this fight badly.
They need to take it before the Lapras gets back in the mix. Big surf follow-up. We're going to see if we can get a Hydro Typhoon to chip up. There it is. Bang. They catch the Umbreon. They go down. And Talion snipe shotting them out. Big surf again by the Slowbro. Slash is spacing incredibly well. SAUL needs to find their way in. Slow Beam on top of Snowy. Snowy is bossed on, pushed out. That actually saved them after the Slow Beam. They couldn't get collapsed on. Overlord's into the middle. All Might's chasing them down. Half HP on Overlord as they're looking for a re-engage. They jump into the Ray pits. They're peeling back. And I think we're going to have to take a deep breath, Spraggles, because these teams are going to re-engage. Nice Perish Song follow-up. They're moving through. The Solar Beam comes through. Doesn't hit anybody. It goes wide. Slash with good spacing, but there's finally, we're looking for a KO. Who's actually going to go down? Everybody's so low on HP. We're under a minute left in this one, Spraggles. LG needs to make a move, or they need to take this thing. Good reset from Snowy. They're going to stay standing. Overlord's playing on the backside. Kyrios is peeling to score, but Snowy's waiting for him. They're going to see if they collapse on this goal zone. Slash is leashing all the attention, and they're jumping on top. Snowy needs to go to work up there as Slash is taking All Might's attention down here. And the Lapras comes through. They did it! They freaking did it, Spraggles! SAUL India, baby! Taking one off the world champs!
Unbelievable! India takes game one off of Luminosity. Can you believe it?
The World Championships in Yokohama delivering early in this one. SAUL looking to prove something, knew what their track record was, and I'll tell you what, if this is a race, they're off to a booming start.
What a shocker in game number one. That was ridiculous. Luminosity going down 1-0 to SAUL, who played their composition so fantastic, start to finish, and Luminosity kind of looked like they were struggling there in the end game. And I mean, this game number two is going to be so interesting. Luminosity, with their backs against the wall in this situation, are currently hovering that Slowbro ban. It's something I'm really excited to see from them. I think that double defender was too much for them to deal with. Now you're going to give yourself a chance to first pick one of the strongest defenders in the game and give SAUL something else.
We are heading into game number two right now, and can you believe it? But SAUL is up 1-0 over the world champs right here, Luminosity. I felt like every single pick in that first game was a counter pick. Now that I look at game number two, though, I'm loving the composition from Luminosity.
You have to know that when you make these choices of Leafeon and Teleon back-to-back, that you're opening yourself up for the composition that you're clearly familiar with.
And look at this. Rex coming in for the early invade, able to take that away, but we have multiple members here of Luminosity pushing them back. Nice little invasion there from SAUL.
It's all about the time that you buy. We saw it in the match before. We're seeing it again here.
Overlord here in this bottom path, and they are going to keep jumping on in and look for some KOs right here. Nice big mean looks, puts Leafeon in some trouble. Not able to get the KOs, but they are able to start scoring.
We're going to get either both or just the scores. Intelligently backing up, giving themselves an opportunity to fight another day.
Intelligently.
That worked. That worked.
Intelligently backing up, I would say.
That is intelligently loose. Let's not do that anymore. Here we go. Buzzwell getting tons of pressure on. We got a little 3-on-1 as, of course, Overlord's carrying the Comfy. And that's a signal to me as the K-Opener goes over to LG that they are all in on the Overlord strategy. Every time you lock in Comfy, it is not leaving that player. Is LG doing enough with the advantage that they have right now to cause the pressure that they need? They're down on the scoreboard, and it kind of seems like SAUL are just hanging out.
And here we go, though. LG moving on in here, looking for a KO on this Inteleon, and they are, well, a little Shed Injadal, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Great spacing here from SAUL as they are on top of this Registeel. Looks like they're going to be able to secure it. Not much Alolan Ninetales is able to do right there. However, on the top path, LG is putting some pressure on that goal zone.
Slash is getting pretty low. We've got an engagement here as the Slash quickly goes down. There's still 4 players in the face of Curios, who's trying to use the A9. Lapras pulls up with the big fairy ride, gets a KO, and all of a sudden the pressure swims in the face of SAUL. 3 players down.
Beautiful stuff there from Luminosity as they come in, pick up a ton of KOs. And you know what? That is how that Unite move is supposed to be used. Bring in multiple members. You bring it down Overlord with a Comfey on it. 3 members of Luminosity just crashing the party of SAUL here. And here we are heading up to this top path right now. We can see SAUL ready to possibly take this Regieleki right here. Overlord in a little bit of trouble as Liquidation finds its mark right there, but they've got that Comfey. They keep them healthy. The Leafeon Unite move coming on in, and they are able to pick up a KO on the Buzzwole.
Put 2 back the other way. They finally sort out the Urshifu, and they're able to get them back. The Lapras is in, though. It's got that shield from its Unite move as it's putting the pressure on. Parasong is hitting everybody. The Woodhammers are out, and the Leafeon goes down. KO streak of 2 for Rin.
Look at this here. There's 3, and it just keeps going right here. The Parasong onto the Trevenant, looking for something as Slash starts this Regieleki. Look at Lapras. I mean, still fighting here. They are doing everything they can. Big superpower sending it back towards their goal zone as this is getting very, very close for the side of Luminosity. And right now, are they able to make something? No.
Yeah, they're trying to. It's about 30%. However, the Leafeon is here and Curium's there for support. Instantly pivoting because you know Overlord wants the KOs. They want the numbers. They're going for the engage. They use that action and they get it quickly as the rest of LG shows up. 2 players down, and that's a basement Reggie to LG.
A nice little score here from SAUL if they're able to make it happen, and they are bringing them up to 215. However, they are still behind right here. Another possible big KO as it looks like Leafeon is actually going to make it out, but Inteleon is not. We also saw in the top path a moment ago, Doobsnacks, the focus band taken away from All Might on that Buzzwole, so they are not going to have that moving into this Rayquaza fight here in 10 seconds as LG Luminosity needs this one, or SAUL is going to take out the world champs. Now, Luminosity does not need Rayquaza right here. What they want is a big fight and a big win. Nice grass knot right there. Buzzwole trying to make something happen as they pick up Overlord here, and this fight starts.
The Buzzwole Unite comes out. They need to convert. Trevenant Unite as well. They're trying to follow up. Overlord's in the back line. They use their Unite move. They're like getting a ton of hits, and SUO has 2 players down. Buzzwole's still standing. They actually just chip up Rin to try and get away. Rin's going to get that KO too easy. 17 hits there. KO streak of 2 for Rin. And now Rex is peeling back. They're throwing out the Woodhammers, but I don't think that's enough as Overlord is topped off on HP, and they're on the hunt. Yeah, this is a much different look from the last stages of Game 1, of course, as they keep the pressure on. Parasong has just looked great in every match we've seen it, to be honest, Spraggles. And now they're all over this goal zone. They've got an opportunity to score, and they have to split the attention of SAUL. And it looks like it's working as SAUL is collapsing on top of this goal zone and getting KO'd simultaneously.
And here we go. Luminosity peeling back right here. They don't need this fight right now. Overlord actually in a little bit of trouble right here. Moving on in, though. They have the Comfey Unite, and they just continue pushing towards SAUL, picking up multiple KOs with only 35 seconds left. They are crashing onto this tier 2, and they're trying to take this game in commanding fashion. This is the Luminosity Luminosity that won the World Championships.
Obviously, that first match was just their warm-up, and now they are really showing us why they were crowned the world champs last year.
Take a look at the actual numbers of the game, though. Slash with only 33,000 damage. However, that mean look gameplay was looking really good in that game number 2. It actually looks like Luminosity Gaming is going to be the one hovering that lap race. They're actually going to have SAUL taking away the Hoopa. They're going to be relying on Rin and Slash to be the ones to open up space.
Now the whole team's collapsing here. Big Blizzard A9 combination. A KO comes from it, but 3 back the other way.
Beautiful stuff there from Luminosity. Really nice positioning here. Obviously, after that goal zone goes down, Luminosity able to take this top path, push that Regieleki down.
Egg Bomb finally finds its mark, and the rest of SAUL are collapsing on their goal zone, trying to insulate a little bit. Big Bert Nanger right in the middle, forces out the Snow Globe as well. Blitz Assistance actually hits Slash, and now Jadashin's trying to go in. They're trying to chop them up. They've got one. Can they get another one? They're going to peel back to the berry. 2 players out for SAUL, and they're looking to score. The dart comes through. KO Shrikadu. Rin getting it done, and this goal zone is gone.
Really nice stuff there from Luminosity as they get some massive KOs right here.
Poor roll there, and really putting the pressure on here. They're getting in the central area. I think that Leafeon Unite was actually forced out there.
Both of them get a huge power spike, and both of them are looking for it as we see a Unite move coming out here from Overlord. Stuck right there in the mean look. Are they going to be able to get out of here, or do they want to keep fighting this as we see a Blastoise Unite and a Alolan Ninetales Unite, and they're continuing to push on Overlord, but can anybody KO this thing as they're still pushing, and it is still up. The Rapid Spin doesn't find the KO. Wow, just will not go down.
1 player down on each side. Is this the fight they want to take? All of a sudden, the gas is on. The gas is on. They get a KO on the Clefable. There's no support there. 2 players down. They're flipping the script. They're chasing SAUL. Bad shots on the chopping block, and Overlord has them in their sights. Turn into Jurassic Park. We eating good. 2 down. Slash sees the Umbreon, and they're going to pivot hard. They're actually pivoting onto the Rayquaza and get some damage and see if you can leash anybody else in. The score lead is in the hands of SAUL. Here's All Might spinning to win right in the middle of this team. This Rayquaza is getting chunked, and Slash is buying all the time in the world. Finally, SAUL cracks the code. They get into the middle. They're going for the engagement. Moonlight comes out. Little bit of Razor Leaf Magic. Heights Typhoon kicks up 3. Is there enough eggs in the bank to get Overlord going? The spin to win is still fading back to the left side, and the rest of the team collapses. Snowy goes down again. 1 player down, and this fight is still raging on. There's 28 seconds left. Luminosity's on top of this Rayquaza. It's about half HP. 20 seconds. We're looking to rush. SAUL's all in the middle. This is going to be a flip scenario. Everybody's in the middle, going to throw their moves. We're at about 10%. We're going to see who gets it. LG gets it. They need to scramble and score. They've got the shields. They've got the look in their eyes, and they can get it done right here. Spraggles, get those burgers in.
Wow, Luminosity barely taking that match in the last seconds right there. As you said, an absolute flip situation. SAUL, what a devastating final moment for them. What an amazing secure. I believe it was Slash that was able to get the final hit there on that Rayquaza.
Let's get a Group G update here as we take a look where we're at. SAUL pretty much eliminated here 0-2. Time to Shine 1-0, LG 1-0, and that is LG's first step to trying to take down this group.
Luminosity is going to go up against Time to Shine, and that is going to decide who is going to move forward in this group. Luminosity, your world champions from last year, they are back. It would be a massive accomplishment for them to somehow make it back to the grand finals and win this whole thing again, cementing them as the best team in Pokemon Unite once again. But they have to get through Time to Shine right now as we head into our draft phase.
Whoever wins this game is headed into tomorrow's top 8 bracket. That is how important this game is.
Here we go. Time to Shine on the left, Luminosity on the right. Game number 1 of the set to decide who makes it to the finals bracket on day number 2. And they are going to be trying to confirm that. Ooh, yeah, there was a little bit of EXP gained on the side of Time to Shine. We saw the evolution, but oh no, not able to escape the triple stack down here.
Time to Shine with some early presence, getting a defensive area around this Regirock with only Slash here to provide vision on the objective. Where is pushed back by that foul play. However, they are able to escape it. Curious with a big engage. Out going to go down to the Electro Ball, and finally LG is on the KO board. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's all about these interesting one-on-one matchups. Amnesia makes Slash able to outlive that side shot. Regieleki about down to half HP. Big SP on the other way, off to bring everybody up in the air. Clefable's close combat does not land on anyone, and now Regieleki is going to become the main objective focus. Venusaur grabs it with the Solar Beam, and it's going to be headed towards that tier number 1.
It looks like they didn't mind letting that go as much. There was the opportunity to steal, like maybe with the Gardevoir pushing up, but they would rather just not take that risk. Ooh, a big Unite there from the Umbreon, but that's going to go in. This would be a strange time to try and counter-engage. They've got some damage, but they've actually got the Trevenant coming from the back. Even I didn't see that. That's going to be a little bit of insulation from this Umbreon. I think 200 is kind of the level you need, but there we go. We're going to get the Unite from behind. Overlord coming in, trying to clean up at least one more.
And look at this incredible support play from Elo and Slash. The Umbreon and Slowbro are pushed up so far in their individual paths just for vision. They're giving so much information over towards the rest of the team of LG. Good rotation there by Luminosity. We're getting a bit of an engage. A Surf Knock scores two, and Elo tries to grab another, and a great Solar Beam from Overlord to capitalize on another one. Big knockout there.
It looks like there might be some priority going down to this basement Reggie.
Yeah, I was going to say, but timing is so important with this, right? If Diamond Shine dedicates any resources to stopping the Regieleki, it means they don't have all hands on deck for this basement Reggie fight. Slash able to outlast a lot of that damage, but they go down to the side shock. Registeel is now as good as Luminosity Gaming's. They're going to be headed into the final stretch with a huge attack buff.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna have enough time to take this out within the last 4 seconds. That is gigantic.
But if you hold out, you get that information. Slash goes down though. Gek takes a lot of damage from the Solar Beam, but they're able to be pushed out. Rin tries to engage on 3 of them. Unite move knocks up 2. Overlord with a great capitalization from range. That Solar Beam combos along with a double Solar Beam. Overlord eject buttons, and again, LG is starting to cook.
LG knows that they don't need to even take this Ray. They've got the ability for the back caps. They know that they can outmaneuver everybody who's up on time to shine. It's not looking super great. However, the score didn't actually increase at all for Luminosity, so this is going to be a re-engage, and already we're going to see Slowbro going down. There are some potential big scores going in here, but no, actually going to Thunder taking out Curious. That is gigantic. This should be the 50 in the very last moments. I don't know if there's enough. They might need more down in the bottom tier 1, and I don't know if they were able to get it.
Time to Shine have certainly made this a little bit closer. In the end, it is going to be Luminosity Gaming holding on to their lead.
Yeah, Luminosity looking really, really solid there. Obviously, we saw some incredible moments in the end there from... They want to take this 2-0 and start prepping for tomorrow.
And Slash has picked up that Trevenant.
Yeah, this is a really good draft here, it looks like, from Luminosity.
I mean, the early game is just looking so good for them already. I mean, they have Dodrio and Urshifu. We've only hit that 8:45-minute mark. We already are scaling so well. When you choose other than Umbreon, sometimes you get stuck.
Ooh, that was an excellent eject, but of course the fact that you're going all the way back towards the enemy home base, eventually you're going to get caught. And here we go. We'll look at this. A little bit of a fight here. Slash just trying to get out of there. They actually don't try to confirm that. I do have to say we haven't seen very many Solar Blades land. We've seen a lot of the charged versions rather than the full Glowform ones. Oh no, that is going to be already some huge picks right here. That is going to be everybody up on the top path.
What do we say, Wonder Chef? Classic LG game right now. I mean, they are looking fantastic in these first steps of the game. Time to Shine hasn't really found a foothold whatsoever.
The spacing already is so strong on the side of LG, and they don't need that many people to even be the one spacing. The mean look is good, but we are going to see the try attack, which is going to honestly make that mean look counter not as strong. Look at this. It's just going to be the duo of the Dodrio and the Comfey spacing aggressively as just 2 members of LG take out that first base frame.
Yeah, great play there from Luminosity Gaming. They have now broken 2 goal zones. Curious is the one caught in the meat look, but with that Unite move, they are doing so much damage. So many critical hits coming in for Curious and company. We are going to be able to try to outlast a lot of that damage, but not quite enough. They retreat all the way back to base, and some huge dunks are going to be happening for LG as the scoreline climbs higher and higher.
At this point, it wouldn't even do all that much, I think, on the side of Time to Shine. They really do need to start fighting back to these points, but there we go. Big initiation, and once again, Venusaur going down, almost always the first one to go down. Leafeon as well, Fable following every single Pokemon up there, going down. That's going to spread the lead to almost 400 points.
Luminosity Gaming has currently learned that if they win this game, they go to top 8, and have certainly found a new form in this tournament that we have not seen quite yet.
This is where the first initiation is really going to have to happen, and they're actually going to be able to try to take down Overlord, but can even the entire team of Time to Shine take them down? That combo is not looking stoppable right now. Still staying up, still the target of everything. That's 2 down, 4 down, 1 more to go. That's going to be a game win. That's going to be our first team qualifying for the finals bracket on day 2.
What an amazing game. Slash's Trevenant, it literally looked un-KOable in that game as well.
Oh, yeah.
Every single team fight, it's coming away with just fractions of HP. It's pretty amazing to see our champions having a great performance yet again, and they're going to have a chance at a second title. LG going to be moving on. What is he? Ring can't believe it. He's shocked they won.
Look at this graph. That is a show of comfort if I've ever seen one.
You can see at how much of a championship caliber team Luminosity is and how they play those final moments.
I cannot wait to see you all on day 2.
This takes us into the second day, where the top teams from day 1 will battle through a double elimination bracket, all the way to the grand finals.
We have Peru facing off against Oyasumi Macro in round 1, Actgil versus MJK in round 2, Orangutan versus Luminosity, and 00 Nation versus OMO Abyssinia. That's going to all start with Luminosity versus Orangutan. Orangutan, your champions of the Asia Champions League earlier this year, and of course Luminosity Gaming, your champions from last year's World Championships in London. We are headed into draft here for the first game of our World Championship Series. We were just talking about the 2 players to watch in Overlord and BKZ, and look at these targeted bans from both sides going after their iconic picks in both directions. Orangutan making sure that Overlord Zoroark will not be available for this game number 1, and Luminosity doing the same to make BKZ not have the option of Urshifu.
We are going to be screaming our way through the best matches of Pokemon Unite that you will ever see as we head into game number 1. Here we go. Orangutan, your purple team. Luminosity, the world champions, hoping to be the 2-time world champions. Your orange team.
Orangutan trying to make moves here, but Curios pulls up to help out and bounce this thing out 3-on-3, and it's just poor Ice that's trying to hold it down for the team. They actually get KO'd in an effort to save Xingdi on the Zashi. Ice and BKZ right now are just trying to run interference for Z-Ray, and getting that KO immediately from Curios is huge. And now Ice is the next one on the chopping block. They're eating a ton of liquidations, actually cut off by Akura to make sure that Ice can stay standing, but so many points are going in Spraggles.
They push forward looking for a big KO on Zashi, but they're not able to secure it.
Xingdi's just screening behind all 3 of their other players, but that allows Luminosity to get all over this Regirock. Quick time KO, 2 players down. They get Xingdi anyways. Ice is the next one down, and now the Regirock is at about 30%, but they're looking for more bodies. That's exactly what Luminosity does. Another KO for Overlord, and that dinosaur is getting big time.
Overlord running on it, but in a lot of trouble. Big Leafy on Unite, not able to take it down. This Pokemon will not go down as the Giga Drains keep it surviving. That's a triple KO as they continue this push here, Doomstacks.
That was an amazing push, exactly what they wanted to do.
And they have a great shot of winning this match right now. Of course, there are a ton of ways Orangutan can get back into this match. If they get a massive catch, a big KO, especially on this Overlord, if he goes too deep, they can come right back in this thing, and they are looking for it.
Blitz assistance right on top of Overlord allow them to keep pushing. Hydro Typhoon chips up 3, and this is going to be an opportunity to convert. The Overlord's chasing Ice, though. That's the target they want. Nice little telekinesis by them. And somehow, Orangutan has only lost 2 members. I thought it would have been way worse than that, Spraggles. We see the liquidations coming out, and now Luminosity's sitting on top of that goal zone, and that thing's going to be gone. Big overdunk of 46.
Luminosity is looking like the Luminosity that can win worlds right now. Orangutan needs to get back in this game.
Absolutely. Orangutan having trouble getting the engines going for themselves. You know, Z-Ray used to take over the game. Xingdi hasn't been a non-factor. We never hear that pedal dance. Verdant Anger is out. Now the pedal dance is roaring. The Giga Drains are there, and they're sitting on top of Xingdi. They're trying to get the follow-up. But now Overlord's kind of caught out, hitting the telekinesis. Can they actually close the door on this thing? Giga Drain hits 2, and they're keeping this thing up. No. 2 players down. BKZ's on the chopping block. The push continues. Look at the spacing by Elo on the Umbreon. That's allowing the rest of LG to jump on top of that basement Reggie and take the Regieleki Spraggles. There are beating the brakes off this team.
We can can see Elo moving in there, just trying to disrupt the enemy team right there, as Slash is on their signature Blissey. I don't know if any player is more well known for Blissey. It's Slash and it's Cookie Dough.
There's only two. One of them is a world champion, and they're out here right now playing that Pokemon in the final stretch.
Luminosity, they are cool as a cucumber right now. They don't need to do anything except wait for them to make a mistake, and here they come.
There we go. The telekinesis pulls in Overlord. That was the engagement that Z-Ray went for. They used their Unite move. There's no Soul Ring, there's no chance. Bliss sits on top of Overlord, and now it's time to scrub the whole team. Hydro Typhoon kicks up 3, 4 players down in a heartbeat. KO Striga 2, keep racking them up for the dinosaur, baby. Give Rin credit for 1. BKZ shows up just to get put down. Woo! Rayquaza getting melted, and LG looking in peak form.
Game number 1, looking incredible for Luminosity, looking like a world champion performance. I didn't see this Luminosity as much on day 1, but these are the champs back at it again.
Looks like they have decided on the Inteleon.
Luminosity Gaming is going to be grabbing that Zoroark Comfey duo.
I feel like this is a pretty solid draft into Luminosity, especially stealing away that Blissey that is, without question, one of the power Pokemon for Luminosity and probably Slash's best Pokemon. You see Overlord heading up into this top path. The Fade attack is coming out. They're looking for another KO. War Turtle gets the evolution, but they still hit it with that massive combo. We can see these massive damage numbers, but you know that is because of the defender play and support play coming from Slash and Elo.
Orangutan's all over, but Overlord's going for the engage quickly. The Shedinjidal comes out. That's kind of a key usage there. Glaceon still gets KO'd, and now Ice is getting shredded. KO Striga 2 for Overlord. Tons of pressure being put on as Akura is spacing back and just trying to keep Overlord from scoring. In the meantime, though, Slash is working on Regice the whole time. Nice Hydro Typhoon chips up. Are they going to be able to protect this goal zone? The Regice is coming. Comfey Unite is out. Big Surf to pull back the rest of the Orangutan back onto the goal pad. And the Unite move comes out. They're trying to find Parasongs are ticking all over the place. The Knife Surf back out just to get space off the Regieleki. 2 players down from Orangutan, but they still managed to get Curios, which at least is a consolation prize here. But Overlord is just going insane. KO Striga 3 for them, and they are out.
If they can throw everything at this Pokemon, the catch-up experience that goes the other way would be massive. Here comes the Lapras Express!
And the Glaceon Unite follows shortly after. Mew is going down. Still, they're trying to fight back through this thing. Ice gets KO'd by Elo, and more bodies are getting taken.
Gosh.
The whole team is aced. Holy smokes! Overlord scoring. They're taking the objective. They're taking everything from this Orangutan team. No shot.
Incredible stuff, and look at the math right there, grabbing a few extra points to finish it off. 283 to 62 right now. Overlord is just dominating this thing, and the entirety of Orangutan is on the ropes right now. They need a big-time rope-a-dope. They need to lure this Overlord in. They need to take this Zoroark out somehow, because if they don't, it's over. It's going to be level 15 by Rayquaza.
I mean, every player from Orangutan is together, and it just took them 16 seconds to take KO a slow bro. I mean, it is rough sledding out here because Overlord is on, Overlord is fed, and Overlord is eating. Everybody's getting some now. KO streak again, another ace.
20 seconds now until Rayquaza, and this is a Rayquaza that Luminosity must be feeling great about. Even if they lose this thing, they're up by almost 300 points. They're way, way up as Rin is putting another 82 points in this bottom goal. The slow beam on the Glaceon. Here we go.
The Mew Unite was forced out to get a quick KO on Curios. Maybe they can flip the script here. Bliss and Citizens right into the middle. They're trying to sit on top of this Blastoise. See what they can do. Hydro Typhoon chips up 3. Tons of damage getting rained in. Served on Overlord. They're at half HP. They're kind of getting buckled. But there's no follow-up. Nobody else from Orangutan is there, so Overlord survives. Elo keeps them standing. Now the pressure continues. There's 2 players down for Orangutan. They're on the hunt. Ice is the next one on the chopping block, and Slash wants that one for themselves. Mew is doing everything they can with these boosted autos on Z-Ray, but it's Rin that's also level 15. A sliver of HP, but that's a consolatory KO. Overlord comes in for the big-time save. Holy, Rin is still standing, and now, Lord, this is going to be our 3rd ace of the game. Overlord says, I want it. Give it to me now. Let's go, baby. The team is rinsed again. Might as well start scoring. Might as well do whatever you want. Thea Sky Runes belong to LG in this one.
30 seconds left as Luminosity is just waiting this thing out. They are going to move forward in your winner's bracket.
LG wins this one 2-0.
We're already starting off draft. Let's see what goes down.
Well, the Umbreons are being queued up and Slowbro's on the other side, so it looks like defenders are on the chopping block here in this one.
I'd be pretty shocked if we see Inteleon go past the first third of your screen. I think that might be the first pick for Luminosity Gaming. Double healer composition for the side of Luminosity Gaming.
Ooh, trying to get the Squirtle, and it's gonna get it. And we did to see some points going in at tier 2. Obsidian leading by 136. And on top of that, actually, they're the ones getting pushed now. This is gonna be a great way to counter exactly what I was just saying. Now down within 46-point difference. And there's an attempt to get some experience here. This Hoopa maybe not gonna be able to get away. It's gonna be very tough. Hoopa does have that really sneaky ability, but the grass not Comfey gonna make sure that doesn't happen. This big Regieleki could be big, especially if Luminosity can get it sending to the tier 2.
Yes, that will create some pressure, waste some time, allow Luminosity to just get some resources that they do need.
It's going to come down to this final stretch, this raid fight, and it's going to have to be Luminosity to make the first big move. A little bit of an initiation here. Overlord still does have the Comfey on top of them, and that might be a lot of damage on the Blastoise, but here we go, the double speedsters starting to jump in, or at least just one of them, and the Trevenant, and that's going to be Overlord low, but making the KO on the Hoopa. That's going to be huge to start this off. The escape might come from the Leafeon, but Tempest on that tree is going to build a little bit more space, and now we're going to have to see a reset from Abyssinian, and some of this damage is starting to go on Rayquaza.
Starting to go on Rayquaza, but these team fights are so scattered. You have the Zoroark and the Urshifu and Comfey battling it out. Zoroark is going to back for some full HP here. Rayquaza is at half HP. We have everybody here trying to take it down, and it ends up being the Lapras that gets the secure for Luminosity.
That's going to be 1 KO. It's going to be 2 KOs soon against Blastoise. This is starting to become unsurmountable. They would have to somehow get all the way across the map. They do have a good amount in their pockets, but this is looking like this might be the game for Luminosity. That fight just went so well in the favor of Luminosity.
And every time they put up Overlord's picture, they really need to have picture-in-picture with Slash and Elo there as well. Because, I mean, a race car is a race car, and it can go fast, but there's a lot of people that make that thing go to begin with, and you got to give them credit too. We're jumping straight into draft. LG off the back of a solid team fight and a Game 1 win. They're going to look to repeat that, but first, we got to get ourselves through this ban phase.
2 defenders now off the table. Umbreon is going to be in tough contention. However, of course, Inteleon and even Leafeon, which Homo has definitely been showing a lot of draft priority to all weekend long. Let's see how Game 2 looks.
Down in the bottom part, we do have some aggression. We have Luminosity getting those first points of the match. So that is some stacks on the table for them.
The Sobble going down instantly, but then in return, the Leafeon going down instantly. This is just, they're just playing leapfrog, but with, I don't know, it's KOs, I guess. That's going to be huge EXP on both sides. There we go. That's exactly why, especially with that Unite, one of the greatest kind of targeted KO options in the game, but who's going to get the last hit? That's going to be, once again, Schwa on that Leafeon, looking to be popping off once again. I say as they get KO'd.
Yes, that is a bit of a trade there, but we have the Zoroark on the hunt. Overlord wants some revenge, but are they going to get caught out? No! Slash is there for some backup to use a huge Horn Leech, and now we have a reset there from the Hoopa portal. They are diving back in. Umbreon is left all alone. 1v4, they cannot survive that ultimately.
But I'm going to let you take that goal, because I definitely cannot solo defend that. That's one of the biggest things. Speaking of that, getting taken down immediately. Wow, Overlord just running amok. But getting taken down. And we'll see if it comes into play again here one more time. Like, we don't have the side shock, so we're going to, we're going to not have that easy secure, but a great way to use that Unite 2 from the Trevenant. And this is going to be just an attempt to back up. They've got to back up. They've got to defend this. This would take it down to 20, which will allow a pretty good overdunk if they wanted to, but aggressive out of Luminosity. They're going to be using the Hoopa Unbound, trying to pull the entire team over. However, they're all kind of falling into the danger zone, and it's going to be one going down. Overlord at minimum, trading for the Blastoise. Regieleki, though, is going to be the 6th man, make the numbers in their advantage. 2 down on the side of Abyssinian, and that's going to be LG taking that tier 1.
Have another Rings Unbound from the Hoopa. They are trying to just apply some pressure. Phantom Force to just knock up that Leafeon, but they are able to speed away Eldegoss, being collateral damage there.
This is going to be for Regieleki for sure for Luminosity. Luminosity just needs to win one more to make it into the winners finals. They've got the lead. They've got great positioning. We've actually got Rin, I believe, up on that top path, looking to get a huge back score. Look at this. Nobody to contest, and that's going to be a big initiation instead for Obsidian, realizing that they're going to have the numbers advantage, but they're going to be the first ones to get taken down. It's going to be Schwa going down, and so LG completely in the lead, taking 2 more with only 2 left and a 200-point lead. Luminosity going for this. Can Blastoise get the steal? It's the last chance possible, but being chased down by Kyrios on that Intelia, that's gonna be it. No way to come back from that. 50 Eos energy in all of their pockets. That is gonna be LG.
I think there's a clear winner here. It is Luminosity.
Luminosity keeping the dream of the West alive as they're gonna be moving into the winners finals 2-0.
You can see during this graph, they held that lead. They held onto it very, very tight, and they did not let Omo Abyssinian get any closer as they flatlined towards the end. You know what? I think that was a pretty intense match. Luminosity, they are looking good today as they progress their way through that winner's bracket.
We have our top 4 teams set, and we've got more Pokemon Unite to play to crown ourselves a champion.
We have Oyasumi Makaro versus Luminosity.
Oyasumi Makaro has faced so many headwinds today, and they have overcome all of them. LG, on the other hand, have been dominant, returned to rare form of UCS Season 1 World Championships last year, and they're looking to keep that train rolling. We're looking at these 2 teams here. You've seen them before. You're going to see them again. Elo on the other side here is Overlord. They're tandem and tan, always next to each other. Why not? That's how they play. That's how they stay. Kyrios, the team captain, level-heading all of these players out. Slash, Indomitable Will, of course. And lastly, Rin, the newest addition to the squad for this year. Lapras and Urshifu not going to be options this game. Oyasumi Makaro, Luminosity, Chef, Zoinks, take it away.
Here we go. Game number 1 of winners finals. Oyasumi Makaro on the left, Luminosity on the right. If there is a team that knows a lot about the double dive comp, it's probably Luminosity themselves. They probably know a great giant counter, but that Leafeon going down.
Elo getting the knockout there. Red Buff and Astonish Stun working together to make sure that knockout happens, and Mame is eliminated as well.
In the meantime, Mame going down. Currently, we see the side of Oyasumi Makaro trying to force stack and push through to try to get some goals in here, maybe get some stacks, but pushing it on a Hoopa and a Zacian together can be very tough. They're going to try regardless.
Good patience by Rin so far, but he is going to be able to find the knockout. Hoopa Portal is going to bring Kyrios up to join this fight, and the Ninja Doll is going to buy them a little bit of time, and he actually, amazing play there for Kyrios. Amazing work, and look at this. Luminosity with an extremely quick goal zone break so that they have a better chance at this first base energy fight, and Slash is taking a great 1v1 against Mame in the bottom half. They are pushing very far. More stacks for the Umbreon.
Oyasumi Makaro taking the top tier 1, the bottom tier 1 going to Luminosity. So I'm assuming that they're going to be prioritizing each of the spots that they have the spacing advantage in. It's exactly what's going to happen. Bottom Reggie going to the side of Luminosity.
That level 9 is matched on either side, and Overlord has been able to hit level 10. Full defense from LG here as Slash gets on the KO corner. Zoroark is knocked out. Overlord finds one onto the Espeon as well, and Kyrios starts getting involved in the fight. KO drink a 2 from Slash as that Snarl hits so many members. Mean Look traps his poor Slowbro as the rest of LG cleans up, and a first big team fight victory for LG.
Oh, it looks like they're gonna, the Hoopa Unite's actually coming out, but in the meantime, there's gonna be Rin taking both the center area. It looks like we're gonna get 1-for-1 in the trade. A huge battle.
Overlord's burn and anger hit so many members, and Elo's Cyberspace Fury is a huge shutdown onto Oyasumi Makaro, and I think with this team fight win, we can truly say the momentum has swung in the favor of Luminosity Gaming. I love this positioning from Rin actually on this Asian, playing from behind, because it's going to be up to Luminosity to do some early poke damage and then trust Rin to be a sweeper. But with an early knockup from Kyrios onto Mame, we're going to be trying to dunk in 30 in a split push, but Rin is getting the chase down, utilizing that Asian passive on that chase move, and they get the KO. Espeon Rotate tries to lift them all up in the air, but now Slash is stealing away those shields from the Blizz Assistance Unite move. That on-paper counter working out perfectly as LG is going to take 3 KOs in a row.
It's going to be there in general, and it's going to be Kyrios taking it in the Ray Pit. 49 seconds left. There's already a lead on the side of Luminosity. Only one up, only the Zoroark, and that's going to be none, as it's going to be Luminosity securing game number 1 of Winners Finals.
Now Luminosity in Winners Finals is going to go up 1-0. This team is very familiar with this situation. They remember what it feels like to be champions. They want to see it again.
You love to see it. What a beautiful repeat. The Luminosity fans out in strength.
They were seeing the bodies and they were taking them down, sending them back to the Pokemon Center.
We have to highlight the player of the game, that Umbreon. You were talking about those mean looks played by Slash, having that experience, Eos Cookie and Focus Band to just give it that sustain.
Yeah, taking a ton of damage, of course, but a lot of assists as well, and that's what Mean Look does. Trapping players, and you have somebody like Overlord with that Solar Beam, just knocking them down as you line them up. Slash did their job expertly there, getting those 12 assists, and that's a nod to them. Two favorite teams that we've got are right here playing against each other. LG with the backing of NA, and Oyasumi Makaro battling on their home turf with the backing of Japan. LG up a game, banning the Urshifu, Oyasumi Makaro taking away Overlord Zora. These teams are locked and loaded, and our casters are as well. So we're going to get Zoinks and Wonder Chef back in here. Take it away.
It's going to be real tough for Overlord to hit level 5 now. They are going to get that knockout. Elo takes credit for that one, but thanks to that experience share, Dodrio is going to be here on the map.
And Elo with the double buff, a little bit less useful, I think, than some of the other supports that could potentially get it, but, you know, still can be used. Like you said, one of the best support players in the world, without a doubt, a huge throwback. That's going to be at least one. They're going to go back. 3 members of Oyasumi Makaro trying to take on Overlord, but that's not going to be the easiest thing in the world with the Comfey hanging on. This could turn around very, very quickly. Can't get out of there. The Mean Look's going to be a great option, but only so great backup is arriving. LG just going up even in more KOs. Can they catch the Umbreon as well? The answer is yes. An amazing play. So much damage to the team, but nobody there to follow it up. So maybe not the right time. Whoa, manages to get around. Catch P. An amazing little dodge right there. Rin with the maneuverability. That was an amazing call.
It is a small trade, but Leafeon, one of the highest level members on the opposite team, actually means that Rin is going to take that credit now since they have hit that double-digit level. 40 points going to go in for Rin, and this goal zone is getting extremely close to breaking. They want to break early because of that Hoopa, but now the Mew finds a KO the other direction. Zacian getting the chase down, but I think they're finally deciding to relent. No, Oyasumi Makaro wants to put this siege on now.
This can actually be so scary between the Lapras and the Dodrio. You could turn this around pretty quickly. Right now, it's just a little bit of a distraction. That actually allows Rin to heal quite a good amount, but that is a chunk. The double hit of the Zacian and the Leafeon.
A 3-player knockup though from Rin with that Lapras Express. That is so much damage the other direction. Only 2 knockouts as the 2 defenders from Luminosity are going to grab either one of those, but a Solar Beam from the side of Yume is going to take out Curios. That is a huge, impactful Pokemon eliminated from that team fight, and Oyasumi Makaro holds on to a victory in that small moment. Finally, this goal zone break is going to happen. Luminosity Gaming cutting off Mame's value on this Hoopa just a little bit. Either team had much intel about where the vision was either direction. Amnesia going to shrug off that boosted auto attack from Yume on to Slash.
And just as a note, Umbreon Unite, just barely coming up as I say that. Everything's available. That's going to be the first engaging. Zacian going down off the bat. Rin coming in from behind as well. Can we get pick number 2? Umbreon Unite coming out, going to grab some shields. Not sure if it's enough. A lot of the shield pops on the side of Luminosity. After the fact, Mame popping the Hoopa unbound, but who's there to even come through the portal?
P with an amazing eject button Solar Blade combo, and they get the chase down with the Unite move. The Emerald 2-step is going to knock out the Inteleon. And yes, even with that back cap, they took the lead momentarily, but Luminosity Gaming sent Overlord to score as well, and now they have the lead, 293 to 242. This is going to come down some last-second heroics in terms of score.
Oh, catching at the NP with an amazing Solar Blade. We're going to have defender versus defender. Rin definitely with the advantage here. The idea might just be to defend. It looks like we're going to see an attempt maybe to take this Rayquaza with 40 seconds left. Everybody retreating back towards the middle.
They have Zacian Unite move, one of the best secures of the game, but they're gone. Lapras finds the KO. Rayquaza down to a fraction of the HP, and it's going to be Oyasumi Makaro taking the last hit, but only 2 members have the Rayquaza shields. Luminosity Gaming is going to be charging towards these goal zones and trying to score, but Oyasumi Makaro is going to start putting up their defense.
Oh,
Lapras scores! Lapras scores!
It's gone back! It's gone back! That's a 200-point lead! Do they have anybody in position? No! That looks like that's going to be it! No chance! It goes in! And Luminosity, your current world champions, are moving to the grand finals!
The title holders are back again! The last hope of the West! North America's dreams coming true! as Luminosity Gaming goes again to Grand Finals with some last-second heroics. Unbelievable. Despite losing a Rayquaza, they are going to be going and winning this match 2-0 against a team the caliber of Oyasumi Macro.
The immediate speed at which they shifted to score in a difficult situation after they lost that Rayquaza and win the game was a sign of how strong Luminosity is as a team.
Oyasumi Macro keeping pace that entire time, though. Pui with that back score, that back cap, actually tying up or getting the lead for a short moment, but then Overlord winning that 1v1 and scoring in the bottom path to shake things up yet again. I mean, it all came down to a final fight, and there they are, Luminosity Gaming in a brand new form. We all recognize this team, and we all recognize how powerful they have been in the past, but I'm talking about the present. This team is unreal. Such a good job from Luminosity, and yes, they're a new addition to this roster, but oh my word, have they earned their place up there. And now they have a winner's bracket advantage in Grand Finals.
Luminosity sitting in Grand Finals, the final hope of the West.
We have an interview on stage. We have Slash from LG. Kello, please take it away.
So many amazing games indeed, but we have a team or a player from Luminosity here, Slash. I need to ask you a few questions. Now, I know you did a tier list of the players before coming to the Pokemon Unite World Championships. Is there anyone in particular that you think you might change?
Actually, Oyasumi, who we just faced, I rated them kind of lowly, which I regret because they're an amazing team. All the players on that team I'd rate a lot higher.
Well, they have obviously made it this far, so I think that is a good choice. But I also need to know, going into the Grand Finals here, is there a team in particular that you would like to see right next to you?
For teams that are still in, I'd say Oyasumi. I'm a big fan of theirs, but I was really wanting to face Baby Mazo. Unfortunately, they already got knocked out.
So you want to do a rematch then?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the championship bracket right now. We have Oma Abyssinian obviously getting knocked down by Luminosity, so they are going to be able to have a chance and run it back in the Grand Finals.
And just in case anyone is unfamiliar with our format, Grand Finals will be a best of 5, but since Luminosity has not dropped a match in our Grand Finals yet, they're going to have winner's side advantage, meaning that OMO Abyssinian will not need to win just one best of 5, but 2 in a row to defeat Luminosity and become your world championships. Grand Finals here in the Pokemon Unite World Championships of 2023. An amazing day of games yesterday and today has led to this point, starting with 28 teams arriving here in Yokohama, Japan, and only 2 remain here at the end of the day. Luminosity Gaming, of course, our former World Championships, having another chance at that title, and the new challenger, OMO Abyssinian. What an amazing Grand Finals we have ahead of us.
One of them will be crowned our champion.
The reigning world champions, Luminosity Gaming, trying to find their footing for an entire year, and they decide day 2 world championships, why not today? They are humming.
Luminosity somehow making their way back to the Grand Finals through the winner's bracket. It's the impossible dream to somehow win the World Championships and then do it again back to back. Can anyone stop this unbelievable squad?
If you would have asked me that question on day 1, I'd say maybe. If you're asking me today on day 2, no shot.
Look at them now in the Grand Finals through this winner's bracket. Truly a legendary team, but can they do this twice? The unthinkable, win the World Championships of Pokemon Unite.
Game number 1 of our Grand Finals for Season 2, Luminosity Gaming versus OMO Abyssinian.
It's going to be the Hoopa Band on the side of Luminosity. Once again, looks like maybe Jarabson's getting a little bit target fan there, but on the other side, the Lapras.
LG with winner's bracket advantage. They, of course, are familiar with this position from last year and a draft to look like it.
This is their chance. They just need to win 3 games. Abyssinian has to reset the bracket as well.
World Championships Grand Finals start now.
Let's do this thing. Luminosity, your purple team. Omo Abyssinian, your orange team of the first game of our grand finals of the Pokemon Unite World Championships. Hundreds of teams from around the world competing, and it all comes down to this. North America versus Asia Pacific East. Luminosity, the former champions, looking to regain their crown. Omo Abyssinian, the upstart team from APAC East, the one that everyone believed could take down the champs, and somehow here they are. Overlord just extremely aggressive in situations like this. Here comes the Bean Look, a perfect setup for Overlord, and they pick up the big K opener right here in our first game.
Slash is sussing out this basement Reggie, and they're seeing where they can go. Tempest checking the bushes with that wood hammer, leaving Slash down all here by their lonesome. Finally, Rin shows up, but are they going to engage? Or are they going to look for the other team? That's enough to force them off the Regirock, and now all of a sudden Rin has positional advantage.
And it looks like, I mean, Luminosity's just in a great position to take this right here. It was almost like Omo Abyssinian didn't want this fight at all. They maybe were afraid of Luminosity right there, but they do pick up a big KO, sending it the other way after a really, really nice secure by Luminosity, almost uncontested. Reggie Alecki up here in the top half, already at half, being ripped apart by Luminosity. Here comes the big secure attempt, and they are able to take that down. And they're counterpunching extremely well every time LG moves in.
Without a doubt, nice little score there by Slash. Miva not interested in doing too much. Jumping on top of Luis is Overlord, though. That's the engagement they want. Comfy Unite comes out as well. They're going to keep pushing. Do they get the follow-up? No, nobody goes down there. They roll block and push them against the wall, which means Rin can seal that objective, but now they're trying to get KOs back. The Glaceon's already down, but so is Overlord. Just in time for sure to come in with the Glaceon and get that KO, but now Rin picks up the Comfy, and they're putting the pressure on.
Obviously, Gravity from Clefable, a huge counter, and he says, counter this, picking up a big KO in this central area. 25 seconds now until Rayquaza, but it looks like Overlord is heading down to this tier 1 goal zone, looking for a score. It looks like they are going to get that, and that is going to put Luminosity ahead right now.
Tempest is getting low. The chase is on. Slash wants a Glaceon Unite comes out. There's Overlord trying to cut them off. They're kind of caught in the middle. Trevor Unite back the other way. Woodhammer doesn't land true. So Overlord darts back into the middle. Nobody goes down just yet, but it is a close battle indeed. Thanks. As we're moving through, the gravity is down. Slash can't pursue. Overlord's kind of caught on the backside, but they keep the pressure on. Oh, she was so low. Are they going to be able to get that KO? No, but they are going to get some points in. 265 though. The back half was huge. Omo Abyssinian still in the lead by 8 points. We have 40 seconds left in this one, and now they're trying to collapse on top of Overlord. Big Solar Blade does not find his mark. Overlord's getting low. Can they gravity them down? They dart back in. That's a big KO. Shua. Now Slash is scoring back, but look at the rest of Omo Abyssinian. They're trying to hold them down. Can they get their points? And they're down by 20, and they have no clue.
24 seconds left. Here comes a massive liquidation trying to take down this Glaceon. Rayquaza is already going very, very close to being KO'd right here. Who's going to be able to get the scare? Blastoise Unite move, but it's way, way, way too early as they spin it. And Inteleon gets it with a basic attack. Unbelievable!
Curios, who was putting the int in Inteleon earlier in this game, clutches it out for LG to really solidify that Game 1 win. And Omo Abyssinian let it slip through their fingers. That's not a way to dethrone the world champs.
I cannot believe that Curios secured that entire fight with the B button.
My gosh, look at that graph, how close it was all together.
We already have OMO with their advantage state, banning away Overlord Zoroark. We're going into game number 2. LG up 1. Let's give it to the casters.
Omo Abyssinian, your purple team. Luminosity, your orange team here in game number 2.
Because Curios went and helped and got the last hit on one of the central farm, they are the biggest thing on the map, hitting level 6. So they're going to be leading the pace for this LG team, and they're going to need that if they're going to get Rin and Overlord online.
Omo Abyssinian is continuing to put the pressure onto Luminosity.
This is their first opportunity to really do some damage, and the LG game is all about damage control in this moment. Can they make something happen? No. Overlord is ticked over to Venusaur, and they take out their grass-type counterpart as the beams are starting to fly, and now they're able to deal with this Regieleki very quickly. Overlord hitting level 9 just in time.
And now that we have this Venusaur, we're going to have to see what Luminosity can do now that they are finally scaled up. A nice big 30 points does not go in because of a beautiful icy wind, but they eat a solar beam right back the other way, and they pick up a KO. Curios right here in a little bit of trouble, barely makes it out from that solar blade. Nice big eject button to pick up a KO. Glaceon Unite back the other way, in trouble, but actually nicely defended there by Elo and Slash. 125 to 52. Unite move comes out from the Venusaur right here, but they are in some some trouble as Rin unites back the other way.
Coverage by the Hydro Typhoon is huge. They take out the Trevenant. The Rapid Spin Water Spout is trying to find the Rings Unbound Hoopa. They just devolve down back to their tiny baby form, and now they have to scramble back. Luminosity is more concerned about the wild Pokemon. They want to keep leveling up, keep pushing this advantage. Finally, the focus is on Regice.
You can see Omo Abyssinian just poking at this Regice right here, looking for an in on this fight. Massive stun right there from Slash as they run back towards this Regice. It's very, very low. Secured by the Blissey.
Listen, Slash is an absolute legend on this Blissey, and securing objectives with an Egg Bomb or a basic attack or whatever tool they've got available to them is no new news. They are world champions, and that's a Pokemon that they used to ride that wave to the top last year.
Now until we have Rayquaza, and they pick up a big KO on Trevenant somewhat early right here. Slash looking to get another one right here. The Phantom.
Oh, that's a huge Egg Bomb.
Beautiful egg.
No reset there. Miva's like not super low on HP, but just having them chunked is a big deal here.
The hyperspace hole sending Trevenant possibly back, and yes, way too early on the Unite move as they come back in for this fight.
Now that forces LG to try and take this battle. They're all over Miva, and Elo tries to go in, but now they're half HP. The Glaceon chunking them. Are they going to start ripping this thing? That's the question. Half HP is Elo sitting in the middle. Curios wants an opportunity here. Are they going to find one? Miva gets jumped on by Elo. The Rings are unbound on the backside. Drabson's pulling the team through. They're trying to stun them down. Rayquaza's absolutely getting melted. Who's going to take this thing? It's so low. It's on the brink. KO String 2 for Louise.
No
and they're
way.
going to take it. No way. Shot. Ren stepped up. They said, we don't need a solar beam. We just need me, baby. I'm a turtle. We're getting it done on the Thea Sky Ruin. Luminosity takes themselves a game 2, and the world champions are 1 game away from a repeat performance.
Wow, what an incredible match right here. And you can see how excited they are up there on the main stage, taking some incredible fights near the end of this match. And it just seems like everything goes the way of Luminosity in these final moments.
With how strong they are in the final 2 minutes, oh, Sneaky, come on, the flip. With how strong they are, it's not a flip. It's not a flip. LG's now standing for last minute gamers for sure. They are just in such control of everything around that Ray Pit. Honestly, this is what we've been seeing. It's been so close, no matter what, especially in points. And we are, I think, within 10 points of each other at a point here. And then Rayquaza. It looks like we may be sticking with some of the similar options. We're going to go back to the Hoopa. The Lapras is still going to be there. These teams, they're feeling comfortable playing with what they've been playing. So far, it's been Luminosity, Luminosity, and one more Luminosity, and that's going to be 2 Luminosities in a row as world champions.
Well, that's the thing. If they end up winning this, they're going to take that. Omo Abyssinian, though, they have a long way to go if they are to get a bracket reset.
Will Luminosity close out the tournament and the season? Casters, this could be the last one, or it could be the start of a great comeback. Let me see what it's gonna be.
Here we go. Luminosity looking to close this thing out in Yokohama, Japan. You can feel the energy in this room. We may be crowning our champion very, very soon.
Game 3, and this could be our final game of the World Championship.
That's right. Luminosity, your purple team, up 2 games. Omo Abyssinian, your orange team, down 2 games. They need to win 3 in a row to reset this thing against the world champions who are looking to take it for a 2nd year in a row. They are Luminosity.
It's insane that they're doing it in such a dominant fashion. K-Opener goes straight on top of Rin, and if they wanted to push that pressure, they would have had a decent chance. They can get into these paths, try and take over. Tons of experience and a KO to Squirtle, and now all of a sudden Shua has to peel out, and poor Eldegoss is left helping nobody. Who you supporting? Nobody but your own lifeline here. KO string of 2, and we got more points, and an LG is cooking, my friend. This poor Talonflame is doing everything it can to just get away from Overlord. We have a Phantom, a Sobble, a Squirtle, and a Gossifleur. This is an absolute nightmare on L-Stream's situation.
Just trying to pick up some experience somewhere, but Luminosity is chasing them down. Relentless Nightmare on Elm Street, more like Michael Myers, just relentless, following them to their home base.
125-0. They are struggling in levels.
They just keep the aggression. They just keep pushing forward. Nice big score. Stopped here by Luminosity. 132-1 right now.
Woodhammer's coming out. You got to pick up Elo as well. They're trying to put the pressure on, but they're able to hit your ride very quickly on top of Slash. And now they're putting the pressure back on the other way. This scoreboard is looking rough, but they're finding a way. They're trying to get it done. Slash's 4-step Unite move. They get a KO for that expenditure on the Talonflame Shula. That's huge. Mew follow up back on the Inteleon, and suddenly LG is starting to regain that composure. What are these levels, Spraggles? I mean, Elo 9, Slash 9, higher than everything else but the Inteleon on the other side. I mean, LG is humming right now. This is a grand finals, but if you asked, you'd say this was a scrim block. What is going on?
228-5 as Luminosity is looking to become your world champions once again in an absolute dominant performance right here. Omo Abyssinian so far behind, but you can always catch up if you can pick up a couple big KOs. I just don't see where they are because Luminosity's taking them all.
336-5.
Incredible stuff here from Luminosity. I mean, this
come on, dude.
I don't know what to say at this point except that Luminosity is dominating this game. If you were worried about what they were going to do here in the World Championships, I don't know if you need to worry too much longer. Omo Abyssinian is not out of this thing, but it feels like they are so far away and the World Championships are slipping through their fingers.
Technically, they still have 4 minutes and 20 seconds. It's looking bleak, though, as more KOs are just stacking up, raining in. The level of disrespect. Rin brought it. Rin brought the Uber Eats and tried to deliver it on the doorstep. Didn't quite come through. 336-22. Omo Abyssinian is trying to find opportunities.
Omo Abyssinian is fighting their way back in this game, stopping that massive score there from Rin, and then taking that bottom objective. Level-wise, they are not looking that bad here, Dupes next. Points-wise, it could be better. This is definitely not over, but this is so incredibly difficult. If any team can do it, it is Omo Abyssinian, but if any team can stop them, it's Luminosity, who's been stopping them all game. Rayquaza hits the map with a Sacred Sword, rips
right in the middle with the KO. Curios got the follow-up on the Talonflame. Hydro Typhoon comes up, kicks up 2, but Rin is down. Can they get more? Curios is heating up 2 players down. Omo Abyssinian needs to find more targets. Can they find one? Overlord's trying to eat this cotton ball. Are they going to follow up? The pressure's on Curios, gets the Blastoise. I feel like Curios, is this their game? They're getting that land buff here. Another KO streak of 2. 3 players down for Omo Abyssinian, and Luminosity doesn't even have to touch this Rayquaza.
Omo Abyssinian is so far behind. They need to make a Hail Mary play, pick up some massive KOs, and they start with the Mew.
Oh, their Overlord's trying to go in. They're trying to protect the rest of their time. They're starting to eviscerate, and they're starting to eat. Unite move comes out. They're going to go for the follow-ups. Blastoise the next one up. They're lining up. KO streak of 2 on the Eldegoss. Following back the other way. We're just keep pushing Slashes on top of the Blastoise. And now we're looking at the Talonflame. We're darting back through. Rin takes care of the trap. 4 players down. Oh, come on. Give me all 5 players down for that ace. You can't break the wind. You can't smash a mountain. You can't bury the sea. And you can't stop LG. That's an ace in Game 3 of the Pokemon Unite World Championship Grand Finals.
Incredible as the points rain in on this main goal zone. Luminosity with a flawless performance here today, 2-0ing every single team on their way to the Grand Finals as they just put on an absolute clinic. One of the best performances I've seen in Pokemon Unite, and that was a statement. That was a period. The best team in the world 2 years in a row. Luminosity from North America. Let's go!
LG stands for let's go. You're not wrong there, Spraggles. LG said, making it back, we never left. Are you joking? LG has not looked like this team at all this year. They didn't look like it yesterday either. They woke up to say, oh yeah, we are the best. We are built different. That crown never left our head. And remember who's sitting on the throne.
Look at this here, and you can feel it from this stage. An absolutely dominant performance from Luminosity. I love Curios so much. I just love the emotion, and of course they're feeling it right now because somehow they have done the impossible. Somehow they have won the Pokemon Unite World Championships for 2 years in a row. And let me tell you, year 2 was quite different here, Doopsnack.
Yeah.
Year 2 had their ups and downs. Year 2 was turbulent for Luminosity, but it wasn't today as they came back here and they did this in dramatic fashion.
Ironically enough, the region that gave LG the most trouble all year long was on their home turf in NA. The other teams in NA fell by the wayside, and LG said, oh, all of you are gone? Too easy. Let's get it back.
Unbelievable stuff here from Luminosity. I think we all expected the world champs to look amazing here in Yokohama, but I don't think anyone knew what that was going to look like. I don't think anyone recognized how dominant they were going to be. That game was a championship performance.
I mean, that's a nice little slope. I'm going to compare it to our background. That's a nice little Mount Fuji type crest there out of LG.
And take a look there, that orange line, that might be the Marianas Trench. You might have been right there, Doopsnack.
I mean, we've got an interview, of course, with our winners here. Zoinks is on stage with LG. Zoinks, interview this World Championship team.
An amazing tournament from you, and obviously the story here is back-to-back World Championships. This is almost unheard of in the world of esports, much less Pokemon Unite. Elo, how does it feel to get that World Championship trophy 2 years in a row?
I mean, yeah, it feels really great, and I don't know. Our team didn't have the cleanest season this year, but I think like all the hardships we went through just made us play better, and we really showed up today. I'm really proud of the whole team.
Well, they proved it here today, I think. Overlord, you had one game dropped all tournament long, the first one, but after that, it was locked in. How did you turn that mentality around to a dominant tournament run?
I think first set, we were definitely still nervous. You know, we hadn't played on the world stage in over a year, but, you know, as teammates, you know, we pick each other up. We make sure we're all playing as best we can. We're locked in, and after that, it was wraps.
Curios, Elo just mentioned that this was a season full of ups and downs, but now you stand here on this stage, world champions. How much does that mean to you to win with this roster of 5 that has been through so much together?
I think why it meant so much to us is because a lot of people really had faith in us and really thought that we could still make it happen. And I think the people who had the most faith were, you know, family, friends, fans, who all thought we could still make it happen. And there were a lot of people who doubted, including myself. But we really pulled through. We went through a lot of discussion, a lot of conversations, and it really just means so much because we were able to make it happen.
2 years in a row, they made it happen. Now, this tournament run was on the back of some incredible games, back-to-back macro gameplay, draft, micro, everything looked amazing. Slash, what was the secret sauce here for Luminosity Gaming to have such a dominant tournament run?
Lapras.
You heard it here first, folks. Yes, I mean, Big Brain Slash on the case. I'd love to hear it. Rin, obviously, it was mentioned already. Luminosity Gaming, you all have a whole lot of supporters. You got some doubters, but you proved everybody wrong here. What do you want to say to the people out there that have been with Luminosity Gaming through thick and thin? All these people here that have been cheering you on all tournament long. Any words for the fans?
I mean, without the fans, we can't be here, so I love all of you. I actually do. We can't do what we do without you guys.
Much love for everybody at home and here cheering them on. Can we get one more big round of applause for your world champions, Luminosity Gaming?
Wow, Curious got me crying about Pokemon Unite up here.
Who doesn't cry about Pokemon Unite?
Oh, I mean, I do all the time when I'm playing solo queue, but I'm talking about achieving something in Pokemon Unite. Unbelievable stuff here from Luminosity. Let's take a look at how we got here, how Luminosity got here to the World Championships, how they got to the grand finals as they walked through this bracket 2-0ing every single team, and then a finals 3-0, and there were so many amazing teams, Dupe Snacks. Take a look at this, a $500,000 prize pool here at the Pokemon Unite World Championships with Luminosity taking home, is that $100,000?
That is $100,000.
That's so many thousands of dollars.
Pokemon Unite requires the utmost in teamwork, coordination, and skill in order to be the very best, and these teams have shown us just that. Now it is time to officially crown them as our finalists and world champions of 2023. So, joining us to present the awards, please welcome Mr. Ishihara, President and CEO of the Pokemon Company. And also Pikachu. Welcome. Now, first, congratulations to our second place finalists, Omo Abyssinian. And now it is time to crown our 2023 Pokemon Unite World Champions, Luminosity. With Ren. Slash. Curios. Overlord. And Elo. Once more for Luminosity. Congratulations to both of our teams.
I cannot believe we saw Luminosity win this whole thing again. Let's take a little look back at this season so far. And what an incredible season of Pokemon Unite it has been, heading here into the second anniversary of Unite. I am up here on the casting desk with 4 other incredible people. That's right, I guess I just called myself incredible. We're gonna talk a little bit about some of our favorite moments this season before we say goodbye to you all. Kellosaur is joining us here on the official broadcast. Tell me about this season.
It was incredible. Obviously, not the whole season, but these 2 jam-packed days. I must say, it's really hard to pick a highlight because I think the whole thing was a highlight.
Absolutely. Wonder Chef, who's been on the broadcast most of this year. It's so good to see you, my friend. What do you think of this season?
I am so happy with how this ended. I think sometimes you'll get a tournament, an end of a season, where you feel like, okay, now everything's been solved. Where do we go from here? But this is one of those tournaments where you go into the end of it and you're like, now there's just more for everybody to explore, and the future looks even brighter for Pokemon Unite.
Zoinks! What do you think, my friend?
This was the biggest tournament that Pokemon Unite has ever had in an in-person event, and it delivered. 28 teams from around the world showcasing regional strengths, regional varieties, and in the end, a team like Luminosity to rise above it all with a dominant tournament run like that. I mean, just such an amazing finish to what has been an incredible season.
Doob Snacks, my friend. Hey, we're wearing the same suit. One of us should change. Yeah, I know. I just noticed this. What do you think of this incredible season?
Well, it was just that. It was incredible, bell to bell, the World Championships, no exception, and truly the cherry on top. Of course, on behalf of all of us, thank you, everybody watching at home, without a doubt. Last thing I'm going to say is, Hannah, Olive, I love you.
As always, I also say, Hannah, Olive, I love you. And this has just been such an incredible journey this season of Pokemon Unite. A final yeehaw to you and yours from me. And thank you to everyone watching at home. Your passion, your excitement, you are the reason that Pokemon Unite is what it is. Thank you all. This has been the Pokemon Unite Championship Series, the World Championships, live here in Yokohama, Japan. Luminosity from North America is your champion for a second year in a row. Thank you all. I love you. Be good to each other. Goodbye.
Can you re-crown a king? Or are we just going to gently lift the crown and then set it back down?